Thanks for joining us today on New England Living. I'm your host, Rachel Holt. First up, we're here in Gloucester visiting a National Historic Landmark and former summer home of one of America's first professional interior designers with Historic New England's Kristen Weiss. We're here at Beauport in an absolutely gorgeous setting overlooking Gloucester Harbor. We couldn't ask for a better day, Kristen. Tell me the backstory of this amazing estate.
So Beauport was created in 1907 by Henry Davis Sleeper. He was one of America's first professional interior designers, and he really took this summer home and turned it into a showplace. When he became a professional interior designer, it was his showplace, and it was displayed so that people would want to purchase and use his talents. But when he originally created it, it was a small, modest cottage, and then he added on and added on and added on to it until it became this sprawling 40-plus room house.
His profession as an interior designer is very clear as you're walking around. What's a little bit more of his story and how he got here?
Well, so when he was a young boy growing up in Boston, he lived with his widowed mother, and he went shopping with her for collections and objects, and he became just a collector of historic things, but beautiful things. So when you go through the house here, you're seeing these fabulous displays of objects and things that have been placed together in a very specific kind of juxtaposition, but there's commonplace things next to rare things. And so it really is all about the look for him. The aesthetic was his thing.
That's very clear. And there are over 40 rooms here. Each one is a little different. What are some of those unique features that we can find?
Well, so as you move through the house, he's sort of drawing you through from a light space into a dark space and from a small kind of intimate space into a big room. He's really playing with all of those elements. He was very playful. He wanted everybody to be charmed and entranced by his house. Some of the rooms have literary themes, some of them have historic themes, and some of them, the theme itself is just color. And so he really put his personal stamp on every space.
Whether you know it or not, you've probably seen some of these rooms in photos because they are very popular. What are some of those highlights that we can find?
Yeah, I think that's one of the interesting things is especially the belfry chamber is the room that I think is the most commonly reproduced and shared on social media. People just love it. It's amazing. The wallpaper in that room is French from a company called Zuber, and it's unique here because Sleeper actually cut and pasted pieces of the wallpaper and applied them in his own design. And so instead of the wallpaper just being in panels, it's got his own personal creation behind it.
And the octagon room, what's the story there?
So the octagon room is a wonderful space. He added another room that he added on later, and he actually wrote a letter to Isabel Stewart Gardner, who is one of his friends, when he was thinking about the octagon room, saying, I'm imagining an octagonal room, and I'm going to put all of my French red tollware in it. It's going to be fabulous, and I have it all in my mind already, and it's a spectacular space.
The art, the antiques, the decorative objects, they're all on display. Are there a few favorites here that people like to come see?
Yes, well, I have to say the Golden Step Room is one of the favorites. When people come down the stairs and they walk into that room, it's right on the water. There's just so many spaces. And we do a sort of a nooks and crannies tour that is an extended tour of the house. So the regular tour takes an hour, but the extended tour is over 3 hours long. Because you see every single space.
It's not your typical museum. It's warm, it's inviting, and so creative. It really gives you some ideas for your own home walking around.
Yeah, we find a lot of people have that reaction when they come out. They'll say, oh my gosh, I'm going to paint a room just like that green room. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to go home and look at wallpaper. People really get excited about interior design after they visit and talk about things that they want to do in their own homes. And I think that's one of the things that makes especially collectors' homes, but also all of our historic sites so appealing to people is because we're so focused on telling the stories of the people, but then that's what's communicated is what you're seeing in the environment, in the building, in the history is all reflected in a personal relationship they feel when they leave the house to the people who lived there.
walking around and looking out the windows and seeing how each space is set up, you can really see how much he valued this location and this gorgeous view he had.
Oh, it is beautiful. Looking over the water, this beautiful part of Eastern Point, you're completely separated from the city, but also part of it. It's really a wonderful retreat area.
And I'm sure upkeep on a historic estate like this is not easy, but for you, what is the importance of preserving Sleeper's legacy in this way?
Well, it's so important because the kind of house that this is really unique. There aren't very many country estates in this way that are so intimate and personal. The thing that's so wonderful about this house is it's a direct reflection of a person and his own personal approach to life and to design. And so it's a big house, but it feels very intimate and it feels very connected to a very specific person. And I think that that's the thing that makes it so special and why we're so proud to be able to preserve it for everyone to see.
It's not just Beauport that Historic New England is involved with. You have many properties in the region, and what is your mission with them?
Yeah, so Historic New England has 38 historic sites and house museums all around New England. And so we're preserving all of those. The majority of the houses might be in the 17th and 18th century. So Beauport is a little bit of an outlier, but all of our houses need a lot of work and attention to kind of keep them in a state where we can take tours and share them with the public. We have public programs and events all the time at all of our different sites. And we have just a real mission to protect and preserve New England history and domestic history, especially the stories of the people who lived in the houses. That's what we really tell.
Must be a pretty special experience to be able to share this with the community.
It is, really. Everybody who comes here goes away just completely blown away by the experience. Even people who come and they don't know what they're coming to. So many people in Gloucester will recommend to their visitors or their tourists, oh, you have to go see Beauport. And so we get people who come and don't even know what they're coming to. And when they come out, they're just completely astonished by what we have.